Hey guys, Drew Rice here of the Engineering Success YouTube channel, where each week I talk about different personal finance and career related topics. And right now it's Thursday afternoon, June 11th, after the market is closed and had its worst day since March. And I want to talk about something that's been going on in the financial sphere this past week, and that is Barstool president Dave Portnoy on Twitter. It's been very entertaining for anyone that's interested. Definitely go check it out. But basically, he's been going on talking about how he's a better investor than Warren Buffett because he thinks that day trading is, his calling now. He's constantly online doing live streams of his day trading escapades, and I first found this out whenever I saw Mark Cuban retweet this, essentially dismissing Dave Portnoy and his claims. But let's start at the beginning because this is really entertaining. And the hashtag, if you want to follow along with this, is DDTG, which is Davey Day Trader Global. That's what it stands for. It all started on May 14th, where Dave Portnoy went on his social media and started talking about put out a speech about how he was going to be day trading vigorously and trying to beat what he calls the pinstripes, or the professionals in the trading business. And this is a graph that Portnoy retweeted today after today's horrendous day in the market, and it's showing how he's done since that speech. And as you can see, he's still up 59%, which is pretty good. Now we're going to come back to this and we're going to examine this a little bit closer, but let's go and look at what happened earlier this week. So this is what really set everything on fire in the financial community. And let's just listen to what Dave had to say on Monday.
Alaska Airlines up 17%. Boeing up 13%. Carnival up 16%. Delta up 7.5%. What do you do if you listen to old man Buffett? Get out on the airlines. Idiot. What an idiot. Norwegian up 18%. Spirit up 12%. Unbelievable. All I do is make money. This game's so fucking easy. Look at me. Look at me. It's so fucking easy. Literally the easiest game I've ever been a part of. Up, 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 up. It's just, I'm just printing money. I'm up 290 grand on the day, and I'm mad. And I'm mad as hell. Mad as...
And so anyway, as we can see, Dave is definitely... I'm sure a lot of this is just him playing it up for publicity on social media, but at the same time, he's falling into the trap that a lot of early investors get into, which is the fallacy that the market is always going to go up. They kind of fall into the trap of the greater fool theory, which I'll do a video on in the future, but basically that if I buy something, there's always going to be a greater fool than me that will pay more for that. And that's a very slippery slope to go down as an investor. But let's look a little bit further. This is on Monday midday, so now let's go and look at what he had to say on Tuesday, because this is the one that really got everyone fired, and this is the one that Cuban retweeted and was giving him a little bit of junk for.
You know what I find funny though? The people on the internet who is debating who the better investor is right now, myself or Warren Buffett. It's no debate. I mean, it's no debate. I killed him. He's dead. He's dead. I'm not saying I had a better career. I'm not saying I have more money than he does. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the best to ever do it. No doubt. He's old and he's washed up. I'm the new breed. I'm the new generation. There's nobody who can argue that Warren Buffett's better at the stock market than I am right now.
I'm here.
I'm better than he is.
I'm here.
It's a fact. You're just going to have to deal with it. The blue chart, Warren, how do you go after Warren? Listen, he's an old man. His time passing by. I'm sure he's nice. But how can you debate facts? Facts. I'm killing him. DDTG, whether you like it or not, folks, is the most successful trading trading desk in the world.
So anyway, as you can see, again, he's extremely entertaining, but this is the one that really ruffled people's feathers and was just entertaining, is where he's suggesting that he's better than Warren Buffett just because Warren Buffett got out of the airlines before stuff started going back up. That being said, Portnoy was making good returns on these very risky companies. And then let's look at later that day, because that was the morning of Tuesday. So this is the one that really is quite silly, where his is saying that dogs and stocks always go up.
His face says it all. I just bought half a mil. I just bought half a mil of Chewy. Half a mil of Chewy. Ding, 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 ding. Why? Why am I buying Chewy? On the count of three. Did I buy it? Did it go through? Yep. I bought $5,600,000 of Chewy at 51.59. On the count of three. Why did I just buy
I will admit, he does have balls.
Chewy? 1, 2, 3. Stocks always go up. That's why I bought Chewy. And I don't care. I get burned on earnings every time. Baked in, this, that, the other thing.
And that's why that type of mentality is why you have stocks like Hertz going up several 100% after declaring bankruptcy. You have a lot of these retail investors with a lot less money than what Dave Portnoy is throwing around. That being said, you can't just do that. Like, that's a very bad way of investing. That's gambling. And, you know, gamble if you want to for fun, but it's not a winning strategy long term.
Bang, bang, boom, bang. Hey, I like dogs. I like dogs. I like to pet them. They're friendly. The world would be a better place if we had all dogs. The only flaw of a dog is they don't live long enough. All right? The greatest difference between a dog and a human is you take a dog and lift him up, he'll never bite you. All right? So I like dogs. So I went in. Combine dogs with why stocks always go up, and I may buy another $500,000 before this day's done.
And just so everyone's on the same page, he bought Chewy, which is a dog/pet supply company, so that's why he's talking about dogs so much here. And he bought it at about $51, which is basically its all-time high. It's 52-week high and all-time high. So I don't know. Not really. It doesn't seem like a great decision in my opinion, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Regardless, he's definitely more entertaining than Jim Cramer has ever been. And so then now let's go and look at what's going on. Well, first of all, before May 14th, he is actually losing a lot of money, and I'll link a video down below where that explains what his trading patterns were beforehand. But basically, he decided to go all in and start day trading more regularly after the middle of May. And so he had this huge run up, which is, you know, really impressive. That being said, he, you know, of course, dropped back down the past couple of days, but he's still up 59%, which looks really, really great when you're comparing it to the S&P 500. But this is something we really need to keep in mind, especially as a young investor. I know it's really easy because you have it right there on your phone if you're trading with Robinhood or Webull, and you think the more I trade, the better it's going to be. And you can do stuff like this because, you know, you get up like 10% on a stock, you just go ahead and sell it, and you think, oh, I've realized those gains, and now I'm up by that 10%. The problem is, and what's going to be really a rude awakening for Dave, is the taxes that he's losing on this, because all of these that he's selling short term like this, he's going to end up paying short term capital gains on. And the real issue here is that's going to end up costing him at least 40% just based on federal taxes, given Dave's tax bracket. So when he's looking at this from the perspective of I've gained 60%, he is actually not. He's gaining somewhere in the ballpark of about half of that, which 30% is still good, don't get me wrong. But when you're comparing it to just the run-up that the S&P has had since March, you're looking at him not even keeping pace with it. As you can see, we were down here at, you know, 2,200, and we're all the way up at 3,000. So just thinking quick math off the top of your head, that's a 30% gain, even with this drop. So he's essentially just tracking the S&P when you account for the taxation on it. This is why I personally think it's so much better to hold long-term stocks, because it's very hard to do short-term trades like this. And as you can see, he's up, he's down. It's not that easy. It's very difficult to consistently day trade, and 99% of people will lose money trying to day trade. I hope that most of this is just him playing around and him having a little bit of fun, but it's very entertaining for sure. So definitely check that out if you want some entertainment value and you're into stock investing. But I definitely would not follow what he's been doing. It reminds me of whenever, you know, I was guilty of the same thing. Whenever you're like an 18-year-old kid and you watch The Wolf of Wall Street and you think all of a sudden that you're going to trade penny stocks or even under $10 stocks and make a fortune off of it. And you don't even realize that you're giving away so much money to the government and you're using up so much of your time that it's probably better for you to just passively invest in good companies that are at a lower value than what they're worth. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the video that'll be linked above about value investing, where I go over how I value stocks. And that way you can find those deals as opposed to basically betting on all the ponies. In the meantime, be on the lookout for my other videos that are more focused on individual personal finance and on what you should be doing at the beginning of your personal finance journey. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was a little bit entertaining. Please do not follow what he's been doing if you're trying to invest and not gamble. Again, thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my new content, and I will see you guys next time.